Now let's see how we can implement the pool style of communication. With the pool style, each concrete observer should get the data it needs. So we shouldn't pass values in the update method. Let's remove this parameter and then remove it from each concrete observer. Delete and delete. Now, this concrete observer needs to know about a concrete subject like our data source class because it's going to query the data it needs. So here we add a private field of type data source. We need to initialize it using a constructor. So here's our constructor, and we're initializing the data source field. Now, in the update method, we can call data source.getValue. Now, if the data source has different methods, we can call the methods that are relevant to us. This is the pool style of communication. As you can see, with this implementation, the spreadsheet class is dependent or coupled to the data source class. But as I told you before, this is not a bad type of coupling. We can deal with it. It's not the end of the world. Now let's make the same changes in the chart class. So first we remove this parameter and delete this piece of code. Next we introduce a private field of type data source and initialize it using a constructor. So generate constructor. Good. Now in the update method, we're going to ask the data source for the data that we need. Okay. Now, let's go to the subject class. We no longer have to pass this value, so let's remove this parameter and this value as well. And the last part. We go to the data source class. We're no longer going to pass this value. We simply notify our observers. Each observer can get the data it needs. So let's run the program. We get the same result as before, using the pool style of communication, which is more flexible.